Are you ready to become a leader and change maker by getting your PhD? Ready to stop stressing and actually take action so you create offer letters instead of rejections? Then this is the spot for you. I'm Dr. Natalie Morse, and I'm here to help you get into your dream PhDs with full funding. Let's go. Welcome to the podcast. I'm really excited to talk with one of our clients who had really great results getting into PhD in business within the Department of Organization Studies. Eva, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to hear more about your process and your journey.
Hi, Natalie. Thanks for having me here.
Yay. Okay. So, mostly everyone kind of wants to know what you were doing before this PhD thing and, what your background is and kind of what made you decide to go for this.
Yeah, well, I finished my PhD applications in December 2025. January 2025, I had no idea that a PhD was even something I was going to do. I was working on my master's in business analytics through Cornell, actually, go Big Red. Yay. And it was a virtual program designed for full-time working professionals to be able to continue their job while they were doing their degree. I had come straight from undergrad as one of only 5 people in the program to do so. And I had originally started in an internship turned contract position with a small startup company, but I was actually dealing with pretty severe health issues that were only getting worse and worse and worse. Okay. And so I had to cut back on the work until I eventually dropped out of it entirely. And for a while there, my disability was so severe, I was taking my classes from bed. I was housebound. I was needing to change, to just move around in my own home. Okay. And I wasn't even sure what my future held. But because of this extreme circumstance, I kind of reflected on what it is that I want for my future. I wasn't even sure what my future could hold, what I would be capable of doing. And I kind of had this realization that I couldn't see myself working a full-time corporate position. I'd always envisioned myself in some sort of consulting and applying business analytics for DEI. Specifically was interested in sustainability at that time, but I just realized all the career paths in industry, I just would not be able to keep up with that with the way my health was. At the same time though, in my master's, I was taking a course in consumer behavior, and our professor structured the course to be entirely research focused. So the class was really just discussing all of these concepts and theories in consumer psychology through the lens of reading different academic papers. And I absolutely fell in love with that course. I've always enjoyed psychology. Okay. I've always said to myself I should have taken more psych classes. I never did, but I just truly fell in love with that. And it kind of opened my eyes to an entire path of research that I kind of never really thought about before. Okay. And it was in that moment over those weeks in that course where I realized, oh, this is a path that I want to take. And I looked more into business research opportunities, and that's when I was just like, no, this is the path for me.
Okay, I have many questions. So a lot of people will be like, oh my gosh, 12 months from I'm not even thinking about a PhD to submitting and going to be starting soon. How do you feel like that timeline was for you?
Oh, it was very crunched. I don't recommend it if you are working a full-time job or doing full-time studies and have 60 plus hours of activity you're dedicating to, and then trying to tack on a PhD application with a career pivot on top of that. That I don't recommend. It worked in my circumstance though, given that I had this time. As I was lucky that I was able to figure out what was causing all my health issues. I got diagnosed. Awesome. I started getting treatments. It started working. I started getting more energy. And then when I finished my master's, I kind of was able to take almost a gap year. And so in those 4 months between half of August through December, it was just crunch mode in my application, doing all of the reading to figure out where my interests actually lied within this broad research field.
So let's just walk through your background. Where did you do undergrad? In what fields? And what did that look like?
So I did my undergrad at UC Berkeley, and I had done a double major in data science and Spanish linguistics. So the data science was kind of my pathway. I thought I would take that into the business analytics world, and the data science department at Berkeley was the best fit for that.
Okay.
But then the Spanish linguistics was kind of an accident because I just wanted to keep taking courses in Spanish so I didn't lose the language. And that very quickly turned into a minor, which very quickly turned into the department head finagling me to just make it a major, you know? And then that eventually led to me doing an honors thesis under that department, as well as working as a research assistant for one of the PhD students there.
Okay.
So being in the Spanish linguistics department was actually the foundation I had to do academic research, and also within linguistics. It doesn't seem so by the name, but you get a lot of sociology and psychology in it, because a lot of linguistics is the study of psycholinguistics and how we process and think about language and how we learn it.
Yes.
Sociolinguistics, how language shapes culture, culture shapes language, cross contact between cultures.
Yeah.
And that is the foundation I have in my research to be able to take me into this next step in my career.
I remember having those conversations with you about like, okay, well, what can we really mine from your past experiences? And so I think, yes, figuring out exactly the strengths from those and how to carry them through was, a big, something that we did, like, and it wasn't like a one and done, right? Like we were doing that for months, right? Like really teasing it out. What did that look like back when you started clicking through the things? Like, how did that look for you when we started figuring that out?
It was intimidating at first, for sure, because I have friends that are in other departments that have been applying the PhD program a couple years in a row without getting any results. And these are people that have research in their field, both like as like RA positions that are just like for elective credit, as well as paid positions. So these people have worked as researchers in their field, and they did well in their classes. They're doing great work in their research. They have all these supposedly very strong and aligned backgrounds, and still not finding success. So I thought, well, I haven't done any research in my field. Everyone's looking for me to have psychology, not necessarily everyone. And in this field, psychology is a huge foundation, so they want you to have exposure to psychology. But some schools, like Berkeley, they specifically named, hey, we want you to have a background in psychology. And if you don't have it as strictly psychology, your chances of getting in plummet. So that is actually something an admissions officer told me to my face. And so I was just like, oh no. Okay. So yes, tell me, before we started working together, where was your head at? What did that look like? What did that feel like in your body? I kind of knew that it was possible to get everything I needed to do done in time to submit an application or enough applications for this round. But because I had talked to some of my professors at Cornell and Berkeley, and they were all encouraging, supportive. They gave me some help in like navigating the research, and they were all encouraging and saying like, hey, yeah, you can get this done if you are like really organized about it and making sure that you're giving yourself structure. And I'm like, I have ADHD. Those are not my strengths. I don't even remember how I found you guys. I think I was just like looking for some sort of like timeline for myself. And in my search for that, I found FearlessGrad, and I hopped onto a consult call with you, and I was just like, oh, this is exactly what I need. I wasn't even looking for this much support, but I'm not going to shoot it down.
Okay.
It ended up really working.
So before it was kind of like, you had a lot of things, to-dos, and you had supportive people, but like, faculty, they have lives and jobs. And so like, if you had just worked with them, how do you think that would have went?
Terribly. Definitely terribly. I don't know if I would have been able to get it all in time. I maybe would have only been able to apply to a fraction of the schools I did. I don't know if I would have even found York University.
Okay.
If I didn't have the structure of FearlessGrad helping me, like, giving me the framework I needed to allow myself to go in depth in the part of the processes I need to, and allow me to kind of know where to direct my very difficult to direct focus. So,
well, I think a lot of people have interdisciplinary focuses, right? It's like, because at the PhD, it all breaks down. It's not like, hey, you're only applying to the biology department. So how did we help you determine like best fit programs and everything like that? How did that work for you?
I think a lot of that actually came from me like ahead of time, plus speaking with professors. That the biggest tip that I was given was read the research in the field. For me, I think the biggest tip I would have to give to someone is learn about the research in the field. You don't just have to like be reading the research papers, because you might not have access depending on where you are in the process. But if you can look at what research is being done, talk to professors, learn about other tangential departments to also expand your horizons as well as going deeper, that's how you're going to be able to find what clicks for you.
Yes.
And since I kind of already had a really strong sense of what it is I wanted to be doing with my life, my career, like my mission purpose, I was able to like look at different schools and I was actually inspired by the research that certain professors were doing. I was like, hey, there's all this amazing work in business EEI. I want to apply that to neurodiversity. That's something I've always been passionate about, something that deeply applies to me, something I know I'm not going to get bored with or run out of steam halfway through. It's hugely in demand. Everyone I talk to that is in management, they're saying, yes, we need this. I want the answers.
Okay.
Keep me updated with what your research is.
Yeah, like, come back. Yes.
But
okay.
FearlessGrad definitely helped me think about how to do that search to find programs that align with me.
Yeah, because you were saying like you weren't even sure you would have found York. So how did that path go to get there?
I found York through an in-depth search of the research, but I don't know if I would have given myself the time to look at the research that deeply if I didn't have the structure that FearlessGrad was giving me to know that, like, hey, this is important. I can afford to do this. I have a plan to make sure everything else that needs to get done down the line will actually happen. Because without that structure, I know that my brain would be so, oh my gosh, I need to get started. Because it just wouldn't be able to see the steps that haven't yet happened, but will happen.
I mean, I understand completely. Like, I also have ADHD. And so like the thing of we get really excited about something, right? And then we're going to like go hard on that. But there's 5 other parts that need to also happen. And if we only go down the part that, we're geeked about at that moment, the other things are going to fall through the cracks, like you're saying. So,
yeah.
So how do you from that perspective of like a neurodivergent person, how would you, to others who might be in that boat, how would you suggest that they go like, what worked for you in this process that you found helpful?
Well, I think this is going to just turn into an advertisement for FearlessGrad.
Okay.
Because that structure is so important for neurodivergent people to get anything done. But FearlessGrad does it in a way that like is really helpful, because you have this targeted structure, and then you have those weekly check-ins with advisors, but you also have the flexibility to kind of work at the pace that fits you. And they're really helpful at being like, oh, we can adjust this timeline for you, or be like, hey, no, I know you feel like you need to take more time here, but heads up, you're gonna squish the rest of it. You can't afford to do that. We can put a pin on this or do these things concurrently, but you got to get started on this next step.
I appreciate that, because it's like, yes, we're always adjusting and improving. And like, if we are too rigid, it doesn't work. If we're too loosey-goosey, it doesn't work. So you're right. We have to have some structure with a little bit of flex because, yeah, you all have busy lives. So I'm glad that we were able to be productive. Tell me about the application process. So you applied. How many schools did you apply to?
8 or 9.
Okay. And then where did you get your offer from?
York University and York University alone. I got rejected from everywhere else.
Okay. Did you have interviews? Like how many interviews did you have and things like that?
1, York University.
1 and done. Okay. Tell me about the interview process. How did that go?
Well, I did actually have some pre-application interviews where I was able to speak with professors at different schools.
Yep.
I was able to speak with a professor at University of Washington Foster School of Business.
Okay.
That went well, but I think just the research alignment was too tangential. And that probably was why I got rejected from most of the schools I applied to, because there just was not a lot of professors in this country that are doing the research I want to do.
Okay. So tell me more about the networking. So how did you feel like reaching out to people initially and everything like that?
Hated it. I've always hated networking. In addition to ADHD, I'm also autistic. So networking has kind of always been a nightmare for me. I never really knew how to behave. I could never figure out the turn taking of the conversation. But my biggest struggle was like, hey, I formed a connection. Now what the hell am I doing with it?
Yeah.
I just kept dropping the ball because I just couldn't connect it. But I found that once I kind of hit my topic of like, oh, this is actually what I want to do. This is the right path for me. I kind of reached the point where I stopped looking at other possibilities and paths and being like, oh, what if I did this? Oh, that sounds so good. What if I was doing that? All those what ifs kind of quieted because I just kind of finally felt that true alignment of like, nah, this is the path for me. This is what's really going to work.
Okay.
And as someone who's autistic, having those interest-based nervous systems really allows us to communicate so much more easily. And I'm certain this applies with ADHD too, but not sure what the research is on that specific trait.
Fair.
But for autism specifically, we communicate so much more effectively when we are able to bring in our special interests. And because neurodiversity is a special interest of mine, it just genuinely became 10 times easier. You guys introduced me to an organization called the PhD Project, and I was able to attend their annual conference, and I will be becoming a member to attend the Academy of Management conference this July, August. I'm very excited about that.
That's awesome.
For the first time I had a networking event that I was just like, oh, this is easy. I can do this. I'm making connections and I'm able to keep them. I'm keeping in touch with these people.
Do you feel like it was like maybe having those like templates and guides and things to kind of give you that like boost you needed, or like?
Those templates for sure made it easy to like, it made it possible for me to get past the hurdle in my mind and reach that point of like, oh wait, I can do this pretty naturally in a way that hasn't happened for me before.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, because like, we don't have like a magic wand, right? But we have really strong, support and frameworks and ideas. And then of course you have to make it your own. So like, you showing up and like being willing to go outside your comfort zone, like that's awesome. That helped you, like you said, narrow your focus, have more aligned applications and be more successful. So awesome. Okay, well, tell me about York University. What's the program like?
Well, York University is in Toronto, Canada. Schulich is actually a pretty young business school. They're celebrating their 60th anniversary. And the department for the research is actually really small. I think there's like 30 PhD students and candidates, maybe 40. I don't know. And that's across all the departments. Within my department, there's like maybe between half a dozen to a dozen.
Okay, and tell me about your department. Like, is it analogous to organizational psychology, or how, tell me more.
Okay, so the official name of the department is Organization Studies. And in the field of like within business schools, they'll all have like a department that's like management, organization psychology, organization research, organization behavior. Kind of all the same. It's like a huge Venn diagram and no one really knows where the boundaries are. So within my department, I'm doing like organization research, behavioral research. There's also sociology research involved where you're looking at like large-scale organization behavior. Of course, there's management lenses involved where you're studying specific management practices and analyzing the impacts and effects of that.
Okay.
Really, they do keep it broad. If you're thinking of something, hey, does this fit in this department? The answer is probably yes, especially because at the PhD level, they don't really put walls as much between the different departments, more so than it is about the alignment with the researchers, except for certain schools that really like silo things. Like, if you look at NYU, that thing is so siloed. It's insane. But it's also a massive, massive, massive school that's like 10 times the size of yours.
So for folks that are more interested in business management, business psychology, organizational, things like that, all fits.
Find all of those labels, really. You don't want to look at the labels. You want to look at the research.
Always. Except if your background totally doesn't fit, right? Like sometimes people will come to me and they'll be like, I have an engineering degree and I'm interested in organizational psychology. I'm like, okay, well, what have you done in that space? Right? Like, I know you don't have a psychology degree, but you have a sociology degree. You've got data analytics, right? So you still fit in the business school. But some people are like, oh, I've worked in corporate for a long time, therefore I want to do this. And sometimes I have to kind of remind people, like, you do have to have some background in your space.
That's where I think talking to people actually makes a difference from just reading alone. Like, you also suggested to me some industrial organization psychology programs, and I ended up not applying to any of them, but I had never heard of that department or that type of field. And I have a friend who's really struggling to figure out what next step in her career is because she's really unsatisfied with her current position. And her mom's like, hey, do a master's. She's like, I don't want to do half of these things. And I was just like, wait, this actually fits your background and what you say you're really interested in, because she really wants to do psychology, but she's not really sure what like practical application she'll have from that with her existing career trajectory, and she doesn't know if she'll be able to do a career pivot. I was just like, wait, actually this fits you perfectly. And that's just something that networking and talking to people allows you. I hate the term networking, just talking to people.
Yes.
It's nothing formal, just learning.
Talking to humans. And I think your heart shone through in your talking to humans, because you were not there to extract something. You were not like, give me a job, right? Give me this offer. You were like, does this make sense? I'm genuinely curious. And like, that is always going to show up way stronger than if you're like simply going there to extract something, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think you did it well. Okay, I have a question. So every single PhD applicant feels like they're going to get rejected, right? Like they shouldn't even bother. What about your profile or where you were, where you're like, surely this is going to be why I'm not going to get in?
Oh, for sure. It was the lack of direct relevance in my background, where my research was only tangentially related, where my department, I had to like literally spell out, hey, I know I wasn't under the XYZ department, but in this interdisciplinary background, I had X study, I had XY study, I had Z study. And I was just like, okay, some schools aren't necessarily going to like look at that and take it seriously.
Yeah.
And the amount of research I have is on the limited side compared to like where you see some PhD applicants where they're like, oh yeah, I've been doing research assistant positions since my sophomore year, and by senior year, I am being paid. And plus, after my senior year, I'm doing the research-based master's. I did a professional degree. And that was another thing that's kind of like, hey, this is technically a step away from academia, not towards it. So that in of itself was that was the main part where I was a little nervous.
Yeah.
And I actually I started getting rejections before I got my acceptance. And I was thinking to myself, hey, there's a good chance I don't get in anywhere. And that's fine, because this process gave me the chance to figure out what it is exactly that I want to really focus on. And I said to myself, hey, that's okay if I don't get in. I already have started networking, and I can try, my goal if I get in nowhere is just to build a place to get to a research position where I can be a research assistant, even small pay, unpaid, part-time, anything to build more experience, and then try again the next round.
Right. Oh yeah, and I appreciate that, but I'm glad you didn't have to. But when you said you had limited research experience prior, what could you specify that a little bit?
So I did one semester in a data and econometrics project.
Okay.
I did my undergrad honors thesis,
okay,
which was in linguistics. It was more focused on, I think it is a little bit of psychology. I was actually studying machine translation and comparing the errors that actually are on paper based on linguistic typology of error type versus how people perceive the language, and seeing hey, are these errors actually impactful to understanding the functionality of the translation or not. So I guess there's a little bit of psychology there. And then the other one was a sociology project, but I knew for me that the research I would be doing in my PhD would be much more psychology focused. So really, in all of that experience, the only true psychology that I had was part of my honors thesis, which was 1 year.
Okay. And did you have any publications?
I just put that online for free on ResearchGate. I think the semester project is part of a huge long-term project, and my name's not even officially on that. Okay. And then the research I did that was more sociology through the Spanish department, my name is on that, but there isn't a specific publication that I wrote. I was able to get a presentation involved. We were able to present at an academic conference. Okay. And we have a website. My name's on the website. Okay. And then on he since earned his PhD on his actual
thesis.
The thesis of the actual thing. He put me and the names of everyone else who's his research assistant in this project. Yeah. As a thank you to expert. Yeah.
But not everyone.
I don't have authorship on that.
Yes. Everyone's I don't have papers, I'm screwed. And so I think they're definitely helpful. Yes, go do that if you have the ability, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world, right? So, okay, you got a fully funded offer, yes?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Well, York is one of the many schools I applied to where it was full funding guaranteed. Mm-hmm. So either you get the funding or you're not in at all.
Yes.
So there's very, very low likelihood that I would get an offer and not have funding from the school that was sufficient to cover the expenses, combined with the existing savings that I have, that I was oh, this is going to be for undergrad. I went to a private school. Oh, this is going to be for master's. Oh, I didn't have to pay anything in housing because I just stayed home. And so it's oh, all this money has accumulated. I can use this to make sure I can live comfortably during my PhD instead of being broke paycheck to paycheck.
Nice.
I have financial privilege there, but
yes.
So that did also take a lot of weight off.
But you're right. It's even if we say we are millionaires, you still can't buy your way in. So no, you can't be oh, I'll write a check. So to your point, they're gonna let you in and give you the money, or they're not. So it's. And then did you say you got another fellowship or something? Yeah,
I actually got a departmental award. 1.5K Canadian, because this is a school in Toronto, but it's a departmental award that they award every year to one applicant in the organization studies department.
Wow.
So
wow. Congrats.
I was very honored to receive that.
That's amazing. And that'll be great, to put on the CV and to go for all the next things. So anything you're looking forward to most?
Honestly, no. And one of the reasons why I was like, oh, this is a perfect fit for me is because there isn't really a single part of the process that I'm just like, oh, I want to do this, other than like editing my papers. Like, there's always going to be that one part of your job that you're less excited by, but even still, I'm excited to be doing research. I'm excited to be taking the courses that I have to be able to like build my understanding of the field and the method. I'm excited to learn from my peers and my professors. I'm just super excited for every opportunity that comes my way in this path. So
yeah, because I mean, it's
hard for me to give an actual answer to that.
I get it, because also you don't know what opportunities are going to unfold. I always say, like, you're going in with some ideas, but you're going to be, new things are going to come up that you don't even know exist yet. And like, that's part of, honestly, the fun is like, because you're in that environment, you're in that ecosystem. If you're outside of that, you just don't have those opportunities. So you're going to be very much, in the mix of really smart people, really cool connections, the research, obviously. So that's exciting. Would you recommend other folks to work with FearlessGrad?
No, they're terrible. No, I'm kidding.
Don't do it, run!
Natalie's gonna torture you.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but the torture is necessary.
Yes.
Because you have to be thinking deep about your application and being super purposeful with every sentence, because you don't get a lot of sentences. It feels like you have a lot to write, but that's because you're doing like multiple applications. Per application, each sentence carries so much weight, and you got to make sure that what you're putting is sending the right message, and you got to do a lot of steps of thinking about that. And FearlessGrad really guides you through a structured stage process to turn whatever your background is into the building block for success in the PhD that you want to pursue, into an actually well-written application essay and other materials, and preparing you for interviews and all that.
Any other things that you want to share with folks as they start their journey, or just that you find helpful or that we haven't covered?
Really think about what it is that you want to be doing. And there's like kind of different phases of that. There's the impact you want to have. Think about where you want your research to contribute to, where you want your research to be headed.
Yeah.
Think about what topics you're excited about, but also think about what specific things you want to be doing. So, for example, I myself was very excited about sustainability. I didn't go there in my actual applications because I was like, well, all of this is really heavy machine learning at this point that I'm trying to not do. I'm not excited by this part of, I was not excited by that part of my undergrad. I was not excited by how much AI was starting to like take over everything in business analytics when I was doing my master's. I was like, okay, that's going to inform what path I want to take, even though like it's like a topic that I'm interested in, even though it's a field that like I love learning about, and like I've taken a lot of elective courses aligned with that, and all my breast courses for science are like environmental science and sustainability. I just like don't want to do that.
I get it. You're basically describing like our step one of our process, where we do like passion to research. Like, okay, the thing you want to do, like, how do you want to do it? What's the impact you want to have? And so like, I love that. I love that you just like reverse engineered it. Yeah.
I mean, it just has to be your starting point, because there's too much. There's so much. And like, even if you don't have that fleshed out, start thinking about that. And then your conversations and research that you do, that's going to help inform the rest of that.
Exactly. And you're right. Like, it's not a one and done. This, like, I think that's what some people can get overwhelmed with this process, because it's iterative and a lot of open loops, right? There's a lot of, it's not like, oh, close the door, done. It's like, the door's still a little open.
Oh, just keep the tab open the entire time. And then by the time you are finishing your last application, you have like 100 tabs open, and then you get through the refreshing process of like close.
I love
Slight exaggeration, but generally like just going back to those documents is a refresher, because you're going to update it, and it's going to help guide the next step. So
yes, it's all about like saving time and energy, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every step. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, thank you so much. Excited for you.
I'm very excited as well.
Thank you, Ina. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you, Natalie.